Step 1 to get started with Forex Algorithmic trading. So robot trading involves having a robot do the trading for you. And for the robot to run, it needs to be connected to the internet. And you can use your home computer, but you do need to make sure it's always on and connected to the internet. So my internet and electricity can be flaky at times, so I use a VPS. Here I'm going to set up a brand new VPS with forexvps.net, which is a popular VPS provider. And to get started, I'm just going to set up a basic plan. The monthly cost as of recording is $32 US. Next step, put in your email address. Step 2, configure your VPS. So I'm going to just sign up month by month. I'm happy with the current settings and continue. Step 3, put in your name, address, and your payment details to complete the purchase. In the My Services section, you'll see it takes a few minutes for them to build your VPS. Once you receive this email, you know that your VPS is complete and ready to log in. The IP address, their username, and the password needs to be saved. And to download the file so you can connect to it automatically from your PC, click on this link right here, which will prompt you to download a remote desktop connection file. So I'm going to call this Forex VPS and hit save. This is what the file looks like. Double click on it and hit connect. Put in your password and hit OK. Ta-da! We have a brand new VPS ready to go. Step 2, open a demo account. Now our VPS is set up. Next, we need to open a demo account with a broker that offers MetaTrader. And here I am showing you how to set up an MT5 account with Ox Securities, though this is not a recommendation or financial advice. Ox Securities offers MT5 accounts for the majority of countries with 500-to-1 leverage, but you can use any other broker that you want. On the Ox Securities homepage, scroll all the way down until you see the button to download MetaTrader 5. This is a Windows VPS, so I'm going to choose Windows and click on the file to start installation process. Your MetaTrader 5 application will automatically open and create a brand new demo account for you with 10,000 USD with the default charts here, which we don't need. So just hit X on the top hand side of each one to close the charts that we don't need. On the left, we've got the Market Watch, which lists all the symbols that we can trade on by default. Below that, you've got the navigator, and at the bottom, you've got the toolbox. These are the 3 key windows that you need to have showing in order to trade with robots. If they ever disappear, head up to the top under View, turn on Market Watch, Navigator, and Toolbox. Step 3, find an expert advisor. In this example, I'm going to use the robots I create for the members of my community. After testing a lot of robots over the past couple of years, I found these robots the most suitable for the majority of traders. There is no risky martingale money management that will blow up your account, and the robots have been adapted to the latest market conditions, and they can work with small accounts. And it is a balanced portfolio of 28 different currency pairs, and these were developed on 10 years of trading data and is updated every single month. I am logged into the members section of my community, and on the left hand side I've selected MT4 and MT5 expert advisors, and I've picked the latest portfolio, which was sent out on the 7th of August 2024, and here are the files. I'm just going to click on them to download the zip file. Once you have downloaded and extracted the zip file, this is what you get: a whole bunch of MQL4 source codes and MQL5 source codes for 28 different currency pairs. To locate the folder where you need to put the MT5 source files, head up to File, Open Data Folder. In the little pop-up box that appears, open up MQL5 and Experts. From the list of expert advisors that you downloaded before, we don't need all of them. We only need the MQL5 ones. So sort by type and copy and paste the 28 MQL5 source files and paste them into the VPS. Note that these are source code files and we need to convert them into executable files. So the first time you do this, close all your terminals and restart your MT5 terminal. On the left-hand side, open up Expert Advisors and you'll see all the 28 different robots sitting there waiting for you. By default, the algo trading button will be off, so turn that on. And on the left-hand side under the market watch, we want to find the 28 different currency pairs that we will be trading with. There is a lot in here and we don't need all of them. So right-click and hide all, which will clear out your market watch. So right-click again and head over to symbols. Under Forex, we want to show all the Forex symbols for minors and majors and hit OK. And then back in the market watch, right-click, sort by symbol. On the left here, up the top, you've got the list of symbols, and at the bottom, you've got the list of robots. So the first robot that we want to attach to the chart is the Aussie CAD H1, is the 1 hour time frame. So up the top in your market watch, find the Aussie CAD, right-click, chart window, and that will open up a brand new chart window for you. You will see that this chart window is blank. There are no robots currently running on it because if you look on the top right hand side, there is no text there. And I personally find that this view is a little bit messy and clunky. So I'm going to hit Control G to turn off the grid. And I'm going to customize this to make it a little bit neater. Right click, properties all the way at the bottom. I don't want to show any of this stuff. And under common, I'm going to have a bar charts and OK. I much prefer this neater view of a screen. And I want to make this the default chart for all my brand new charts that I create. So right click again, templates, save template, and call this one default. This is the Aussie CAD 1 hour time frame chart. Next, we need to add the expert advisor onto the chart. So on the left here, drag this expert advisor onto the chart and a little box will appear. Check out your inputs where you see all the different settings. For now, I'm going to leave it as the default settings and hit OK. Notice now that the chart has changed. On the top right hand, you can see the name of the robot and a little hat icon that is in blue. You do want to make sure that this is blue. If it is not blue, double check again, this button is green. If this button is green and the hat is still not blue, hit F7 when you have this chart highlighted to open the expert advisor properties and head under common. Make sure this button algo trading is on. We have successfully set up one robot which is waiting for a potential signal to buy. Remember, it's not going to buy straight away. There is logic coded into it, so it knows exactly when to buy and when to sell. So don't be alarmed if this one doesn't trade for potentially a few days. Next, we're going to open up our next robot, which is the Aussie Swiss franc. Down the list here, so we open a Aussie Swiss franc chart, right click, chart window. Now we can see two charts open, the Aussie CAD down below and the Aussie Swiss franc, a brand new chart, and we know that there is no expert advisor attached to this chart because on the right hand side it is blank. So drag this expert advisor onto the chart. To allow algo trading is ticked. Double check all the inputs. I am happy with the default settings. You'll notice that the entry lots here is 0.1 and hit OK. Double check again that the little hat is blue, which is a good sign. And next we're going to repeat this process for the 27 different other currency pairs and expert advisors that we've got. So the Aussie Japanese yen, right click, chart windows. After you've completed setting up all 28 different charts, go back and double check all of them. For example, let's go back to the Aussie CAD H1. Let's pretend it was on the wrong time frame. It was on the 15-minute time frame, but the expert advisor should be running on the 1 hour time frame. So just click on the chart. You can see Aussie CAD 15-minute. It should be 1 hour. So up the top left hand side, there's a little bar here. Change that to 1 hour, and this now should change the correct time frame, which is the 1 hour. Step 4, setup monitoring. The best free monitoring software I found is Fxblue. In Fxblue, up the top hand side, register a brand new account. You'll need your email address, password, and ideally choose a username. Type in the code that they send you, and this is the username that you want to keep note of because that's your Fxblue details. Up the top under downloads, we want to download the Publisher Expert Advisor and scroll down to grab the Expert Advisor for MT5 and hit free download. Click on the file to execute it, and it will automatically detect your MT4 or MT5 terminal that you've previously installed. You can see it's detected Ox Securities MetaTrader 5 and hit install. Hit OK. Close all your browser windows. Your MT5 terminal won't automatically detect it, so shut down and restart your MT5 terminal. You can see the Fxblue Publisher app has been added to your list of expert advisors, but before we use that, we need to go up to Tools, Options, Expert Advisors, allow DLL imports, and allow web requests for listed URL, and you want to add https://publisher.fxblue.com and hit OK. This will allow your MT5 terminal to talk to the Fxblue Publisher server. We need to add a brand new chart, so open any currency pair. I'm going to use the Aussie CAD, right-click chart window, and we're going to drag the Fxblue Publisher onto this chart. Allow algo trading is on, but you don't really need it because this expert advisor is not placing any trades. It is purely a monitoring service. In your username, add your username, password, and for frequency of publication, I'm happy to leave it at 5 minutes. And hit OK. You'll know your publication was successful when you see publication successful message on a blue screen. And now that is all we have to do to set up our MT5 terminal. Because we made changes to it, make sure you shut down to save the settings and you bring it up again so it knows exactly what settings you did. So if it accidentally crashes, it will automatically pick up the correct settings when you restart it. The Fxblue Publisher will update every single 5 minutes. So from a browser or from a phone, you can go to the URL, which I will post a link to on the screen here. And this is what you will see when you open it up on a browser. You can see your user ID, the balance and the equity, and any open trades are open at any time. Here is one of my other accounts that I've already got set up synced to Fxblue, and this is what it will look like once you've got a few trades completed and closed. You see a pie chart at the bottom with all the different currency pairs that you have been trading and the balance line. Now we need to exercise patience and wait between 1 to 3 months, ideally 3 months. And the reason I say 3 months is to give the robot enough time to see the different market cycles. You can have trending markets and you can have range-bound markets, and you want to see the periods when the robot does well and the periods of drawdown as well. And drawdown is effectively the floating and realized losses you see in an account. Step 5, moving to a live account. Now that you have demo tested your robot on your broker for between 1 to 3 months, we can plan your live account. To size your account, take a look at the worst drawdown you've seen in your accounts over the past 3 months. Remember, we just don't want to see a profitable period. You want to see a losing period as well, so you understand how big the drawdown is when things don't go well. Let's pretend this is your account which has been trading for 3 to 6 months. Up the top, go to Stats, go to the Charts tab, and in the drop-down box, you want to select Floating Profit and Loss Cash Hourly. This chart is not 100% accurate, but it does give you a fair indication of what the drawdowns were like during that period. And here we're looking for the biggest dip. So from a zero line, we can see it's about a $250 floating loss we saw at one point. And head back to the Overview tab. You'll notice here that the closed profit in this period is $1,283. When sizing your account, it might be tempting to size it based on the profits, but what I'm recommending here is to size it based on the drawdowns. Another method you can use is to measure the highest peak and the lowest valley. So for example, this account here, you can see the equity chart is a little bit more jagged. We would grab this point here, which is a balance of $163, and the lowest value, which is about here, 147. So the drawdown is the difference between 163 and 147. Or up here, we can see 154 balance versus 142 balance. So we'd grab the biggest drawdown from either this spot or this spot to do our calculations. Based on our testing so far, we're trading at 0.1 lots and the drawdown we've seen is $250. Let's pretend we have a $10,000 account and we want to trade these expert advisors. First, you have to decide how big of a drawdown you want. For this example, let's say you are comfortable with a 10% drawdown on a $10,000 account, which makes $1,000. To calculate the current $250 drawdown to a 1,000 drawdown, we multiply by 4. So we do exactly the same on the lot size. 0.1 times 4 gives us 0.4 lots. That is for a $10,000 account. What if we have less money than that? What if we only have $250? 10% of $250 is $25 if we were to keep the same ratio of a 10% drawdown, which gives us 0.01 lots, which is the smallest lot size you can use for trading Forex. The process to set up your robot on a live account is exactly the same as the demo process. Create a chart, attach a robot, and update the settings to use the lot sizes that you want. To make this adjustment to your live account once you've got it set up, go back to your MetaTrader platform, open up a chart, the first one, here I've got the Aussie CAD, and hit F7. And see the second input here, entry lots. Currently it is 0.1, so you can change it to 0.4 and hit OK and repeat the exact same steps for the other 28 different currency pairs. That's all. I will post links below to all the resources you need to all the 5 steps. Remember to always trade with money you can afford to lose and enjoy the journey.